So, as I discussed in my previous video, I've started BJJ at my local Gracie. It's called Gracie Elite. It's a great gym. So, after professional rugby, I kind of took a break, got back into fitness, mainly through the ergs, then through powerlifting. And that kind of filled a void for about 7 or 8 years. And since kind of like my erg scores and my powerlifting hasn't been as top notch as I'd like, and I've had a few injuries, I've taken it on myself to start BJJ. Now, I thought it would be quite low impact and quite easy on the body, as I'm sure you guys will tell me I was wrong. But it is kind of no striking, obviously, and it isn't pounding the pavement. So it is relatively, and you can obviously roll as hard or as soft as you want. So this is my journey as a white belt. Obviously, um, I've got some experience with playing professional rugby, contact sport, kind of rucking, scrummaging, feeling where the center of gravity is, your center of mass. So I'm quite advanced in that respect. And obviously, I'm strong. So look, I know there's going to be loads of comments on you can't use your strength and blah 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 blah, but that's all part of the process, isn't it? I'm here to learn. I'm here to get more technical. I'll look to compete sooner or later. So I'm just going to document some of my roles, things I've been working on, things I got wrong, things I felt I got right, and I'm sure you guys can fill in plenty of the blanks. So here we go. Here's my one of my roles as a white belt. This is no gi. I've been doing this for about 2 months. So after some drills, we obviously rolled, and this is Brendan. Brendan's a purple belt. He's in the police. He always keen to roll. I think he likes a bit of a challenge, and obviously a big bloke, so I think he enjoys getting amongst it with me, which is absolutely fine. So, um, yeah, I'll kind of fast forward a little bit, but Brandon takes my back here, and yeah, he gets me down, and then I kind of roll and land semi favorably. I get a good guard, but ultimately I'm on my back, so negative for me. And then trying to stop the pass, but he does a good job circling around. And obviously, I'm a new white belt. I don't really um, have that much skills in terms of stopping passing. But what I have learned over the course of the 2 months that I've been doing BJJ is to just be more relaxed when I am passed. Obviously, use the principles of keeping my elbows in, don't let him take underhooks or kind of control my head too much, which is against what I'm saying here, obviously, because he's north south, so he's going to get my head. But yeah, the good thing about this is I never really feel too panicked. I'm just trying to wait to find an opportunity here, trying to push his head away, trying to see if he gives me anything. I'm pretty sure we get out of this pretty soon, so not quite sure what that was. Try and kind of wrestle up a little bit, but don't do very well. Brendan's going for a bit of an armbar, but break free, and we're up. He probably lets me up. I think he was disappointed. He kind of gave up his position. So look, this is all new to me. It felt right to kind of take and kind of underhook of his arm, and I felt as though if he gave it to me, he would give me leverage, and he tries to take my back and then get on top of him. So fairly clean sweep there, but yes. So I don't know what I was doing with that right arm there, but I remember here Brendan sweeps me ridiculously easy. So in a bit of side control here, one of my favorite things to do from side control is to look for the Americana. That seems to be a go for me. I've kind of got his right arm tucked here. And then this is my downfall. I kind of go for something and just get totally reversed. So, yeah, huge error for me. It ends up in north-south with absolutely no problem whatsoever. So I'm pretty much back where I started early on. But I can't remember how, but I remember I get quite a clean sweep back, and I do end up on top. Yeah, I think he goes for this and doesn't get it. So he's obviously going for a bit of a Kimura here, just defending it. So yeah, what I find is giving up like a position like that, then I'm going to scramble on top of him. So I think I do anyway. I book him off and then I scramble on. So that was what I kind of saw as his undoing, was going for that armbar. Obviously, that's the game. And then I've got quite a nice north-south here, where I've got 2 underhooks, and I'm just thinking, let's take his elbows away from his body. But the trouble is, like, apart from a smother choke here, I don't really know what I'm doing. So as you see, I've got kind of like a headlock, got that arm pinned, and just thinking to myself, I'm going to make him real uncomfortable and kind of see what I can fall into here. But yeah, don't really know what I'm doing at this stage. Help me out. That'd be good. But yeah, something quite unique happens soon. So he's trying to kind of hip escape out. I'm fairly confident I've kind of got all of his bases covered and just waiting to see what I can kind of manipulate here. A bit of pressure on the head, come through, and then I go for a hook there. Now that first one I think just catches him, and I'm trying to like kind of bow him here like a bow and arrow. And then what happens is, I'm just going to rewind, is I go for that hook a second time to like get deeper, and I think I catch him in the nuts. So I'm just going to replay that. Got the replay, and he sees in a bit of pain. So good north-south, got his arms away from his body. And then I kind of go for, I guess, taking his back but keeping his arms up. And then in there now, yes, I kind of had to put that heel in hard. He's trying to find the back, and I go for a second time. What I'm trying to do is kind of like extend his arms and kind of choke him a little bit, but I catch him in the bollocks. Sorry, mate. Not ideal. I do apologize, and that's obviously just part of learning. On to the next role. I've forgotten this kid, and I don't know. I don't know his name, and I don't know his belt either. So that's my bad. But on, like, the kid was pretty tall and rangy, and I suspected he was going to be pretty good. So I go straight in with the leg. Now, I kind of mess up here because I have good position, but he fights up really well, frames on my head, and I just know I need to climb. But the way he's framing is, if I let go, he's obviously going to escape. So I'm trying to sort of inch up. That was probably my best bet there, but I'm just too low. So I am trying. He's gets away. I go for the hook, swing him round, and then again I end up too low. His hips are above my hips. Can't think to do anything else other than to get some frames in. So I go onto my back. And he sort of gets good positions here. As I say, I've not met this kid before. I suspect he's quite a high belt or does, some kind of MMA. But what I am learning is, just to relax more on the bottom. Like, I've been past, try and kind of just wait. And there, you see, I got a nice reverse, but again, I didn't scramble well enough. So I left my hips low. I'm usually pretty good at stuff like that. So pretty shit from me. Missed that kind of opportunity of the sweep. Passes my guard again. Or then this was probably one of the only times I felt a little bit vulnerable with the arms. Obviously, that right arm there is a little bit exposed. He's got his legs in the way. That left arm I've kind of regathered, and that's not going to bother me. But so now I'm thinking, obviously, get some frames in, wait for some opportunity here. I think a little bump escape there. And yeah, kind of like a bit of an anti-roll for me. Kind of like, yeah, the lad kind of gets good position, pins me, but doesn't really threaten any submission. I know it's not about that, but and then I don't do a great job. I kind of half bump him off and half flip him. But I never scramble well enough to take advantage. I never cleanly land the sweeps. So I'm not sure if I do ever regain some kind of top position in this. Another sweep attempt. Again, hips stay low. So again, that's probably 3 now I've missed. Got him in I guess you can call that a bit of a triangle. I guess this is probably more favorable position than I've been before. You tell me. But again, I always feel like his hips are above mine, and he's always going to win any kind of scramble if I can't kind of sweep him. So I guess I'm thinking, I'm going to end up on the bottom. Again, I missed the scramble. So that's 3. The kid's just beating me to the scramble. He's passed my guard easy. Try and keep that leg in. He, whatever that's called, flipped it out. And again, he's on. So north-south, but again, I'm never going to, got my elbows in there, and I'm feeling a lot more comfortable kind of just biding my time, using my frames instead of kind of like trying to overexert, keep some energy, trying to scramble up, flip, miss it again. So that's 5. That's something I should really try and be better at if I am going to do kind of like half sweeps. He was pretty good in going for my neck, but every time I kind of sensed it, I just ducked my chin or put my arm there. I think I'd go for a bit of like a roll off here. Maybe I should have stood up and just shucked him off me. But anyway, so look, you guys are probably thinking, what the hell is he on about? I'm a new white belt. The only kind of thing I've got to go on is rugby, and I've obviously got the strength, but I'm fully aware that it's not going to save me in every situation. So trying to roll a bit easier, a little bit calmer. And like I would say that was a negative role for me, apart from obviously the valuable experience of watching the video. Obviously I scrambled poorly, kept my hips low on the scramble, so I need to get better at that. So that is today. I'll probably show a gi, and I'll just maybe do a BJJ video once a month, just to kind of update you guys on how I'm going.